Good morning, student. Welcome to economics class. Today I am going to take a topic from second chapter microeconomics, theory of consumer behavior. In that I am going to teach about utility. So what is the meaning of utility? So people buy the goods because they get satisfaction from them. Any good if you buy, why you will buy? You will get satisfaction from them. That's why we will buy the goods. And how much you will buy, how you will decide based on the satisfaction what you are getting in that. What utility you will get in that. More utility if you get, you will buy more. For example, if you say example of pen, you are having more utility in that, you will buy more. Pencil means less, means you will buy what? Less. So then what is the meaning of utility? So take the definition. Utility refers to the want satisfying power of a commodity or a service. Whatever commodity we are using or whatever service we are using in our daily life, that satisfies our want. So many commodities we will use, many type of services we will use. So that satisfies our want. So that quality of satisfying want. So commodity satisfies our want, services satisfies our want. That quality is called as a utility. So it is 1 marks question. Definition of utility. Utility refers to the want satisfying power of a commodity or a service. Commodity example, anything you can take, like a pen. Pen, if you take, it is a commodity we are using. It satisfies our writing want. Service, mobile service, taxi service or bus service, any service you take, that service satisfies our want. So that quality is called as a utility. It is a want satisfying power of a commodity or a service. Next, features of utility. There are 3 features listed here. Utility is subjective. It varies from individual to individual. It varies from time to time and from place to place. It is a subjective concept. It is not objective. Utility is not objective. It is not objective to touch and see. It is a subjective concept. So individual or the consumer knows it by introspection, or it depends on his thinking. That means one apple you are consuming, what utility you are getting, you cannot touch and see. That you comes to know by introspection. So, or it depends upon your thinking. So utility is a subjective concept. It varies from individual to individual. Utility varies from individual to individual. One individual may get more utility in one commodity, other may not get any utility in that commodity. For example, chocolate. If you take an example of chocolate, so the person who likes chocolate more, he gets more utility in that, and the person who don't like chocolate, he gets less utility in that. So we can say that utility varies from individual to individual. Next, it varies from time to time and from place to place. Utility varies from time to time and from place to place. For this, I'll give you an example. Room heater. If you take an example of a room heater, so the time we will see 2 seasons we will take, summer and winter. So the room heater having more utility in winter, and summer season no one will use room heater. So utility varies from time to time. One time it may be having utility, one more time or one more season it may not be having any utility. So next, it varies from place to place also. 2 place name we can take, Chennai and Ladakh. If you take the example of these 2 places, room heater will be having more utility in Ladakh than in Chennai, because Chennai already temperature will be more in Chennai. Ladakh is a cool place, so that in Ladakh people may use room heater there. So utility varies from time to time and place to place. Measurement of utility. How we can, what utility we are getting from this pen or from Apple or from any service, how we can measure? There is 2 approaches to measure utility: cardinal utility approach and ordinal utility approach. What is cardinal utility approach? Cardinal utility approach, the chief exponent of the cardinal utility approach was Alfred Marshall. According to cardinal utility concept, it is possible to measure utility in cardinal numbers such as 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. So cardinal utility approach, Alfred Marshall was the chief exponent of cardinal utility approach. It says that, what cardinal utility approach says? It says that it is possible to measure utility in cardinal numbers. What is the meaning of cardinal numbers? It is the 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. So cardinal numbers refers to those numbers which can be added, subtracted, or multiplied. So if you take the example for this cardinal approach, apple, orange. So an apple may yield a consumer utility of 20 units, whereas an orange may yield utility of 10 units. If you are measuring utility like this is cardinal numbers. So this is the example for cardinal utility approach. This says that utility can be measured in cardinal numbers. So next, ordinal utility approach. In cardinal utility approach, in this example, it is clear that the consumer gets more utility from apple than orange, because in when he consumes apple, he gets 20 units of utility, and orange gives 10 units of utility. So next is the ordinal utility approach. Modern economists like J.R. Hicks and R.G.D. Allen and others have supported the ordinal approach. So cardinal utility analysis is simple to understand but suffers from a major drawback in the form of quantification of utility. Cardinal utility approach is easy to understand. It's easy to measure the utility, like apple when you consume 20 units, orange when you consume 10 units of utility. It's easy to understand, but a major drawback of cardinal approach is that quantification of utility in numbers. So here in numbers they are quantifying the utility. So what's the quantity of utility? 10, 20 units, 10 units, like that. In real life, we never express utility in the form of quantification of utility in numbers. Can we express utility in cardinal numbers in our real life? No. When you consume apple, 20 units of utility you are getting. No, we cannot measure that in cardinal numbers. So that is the main drawback of cardinal approach. So that J.R. Hicks and R.G.D. Allen others given ordinal utility approach. So in ordinal utility approach, we can rank various alternative combinations in terms of having more or less utility. Here we are ranking. The utility. First, second. Apple, if you consume, you prefer apple first. Second, you like orange. Second, like this. Ranking system. It is called as ordinal utility approach. In other words, the consumer does not measure utility in numbers, though she often ranks various consumption bundle. In ordinal utility approach, consumer ranks the different consumption bundle. The ordinal concepts permits to say that the consumer prefers an apple to an orange. First, second one consumer ranks apple first, orange second, means it shows that she or he prefers apple to orange. Here, the consumer is supposed to rank or order utility obtained from the consumption of different commodities as first, second, third, etc. It is the difference between ordinal and cardinal utility approach. Based on this, we will learn two laws in the coming classes. Thank you.